All right, good morning, good morning. All right, just wanted to actually fix a few things and we'll keep this thing going. All right, just welcome to the Holy Grail Sales Podcast. My name is Robert Mendy, your faith-based salesman, author, and CEO of the Holy Grail Sales. Guys, I just want to start by saying thank you for coming in, for joining the show. We're live streaming through a few platforms right now as we speak, but just wanted to cover a few things about the differences mainly between the conventional styles of selling and the Holy Grail Sales of Sales podcast, and just wanted to highlight some of the differences between the two, and show you how we teach over here at the Holy Grail Sales podcast. We teach servant salesmanship, which is a little bit different compared to the conventional way of selling. So we'll start with the foundation first and try to break it down to make things a lot easier. So just as a quick overview, so we'll be covering a couple of things, breaking down in a few segments. So the first segment is going to be pretty much, we'll be talking about Jesus as an ultimate salesperson. Then on segment 2, we'll talk about servant leaders, servant leadership, servant salesmanship, and the mindset shift that you need to have in order to accomplish those things. Then on segment 3, we'll talk about practical application. And then we'll close it with action steps. Without any further ado, let's get right to it. I'm excited to have you guys here, and I definitely know that this is going to be an exciting show, so definitely get ready. I hope you have your pens and notepad handy so you can take some notes, and let's have a good time learning the Holy Grail Sales Way. Welcome to the podcast. This is how we teach you how to sell like the greatest salesman of all time. All right. So let's talk about, we're building the foundation. So this is actually going to be the first show. So we're going to talk about the foundation first, which is pretty much sales as service rather than manipulation. See, with the conventional way of selling, sales can be viewed a lot as manipulation, gimmicks, and mask. But we have to understand that our clients are truly tired of the gimmicks. They're tired of the mask. They don't want you to be perfect, but they absolutely want you to be honest. So manipulation can only go but so far. So as a servant leader, and you're using servant salesmanship, learning the way we teach you sales over here, the Holy Grail Sales. The Holy Grail Sales comprises of two things. It's a book. It's on Amazon right now as we speak, the Holy Grail Sales. But we also building the platform right now too, which is going to be an online platform where you can actually come in and learn and join the community and grow with others. In the community, you will not only find my courses and books, but you'll also find other courses and books of other authors and content creators, speakers, dynamic leaders that are actually that have the one same common goal, which is teaching you the right way and give you as much information as possible to help you grow. Why conventional selling fails? Conventional selling fails for the most part because it focuses on quotas over character and also create distrust. With the Holy Grail Sales, we truly focus on character and serving your client. That's why we call it servant salesmanship. When you focus on serving your client, you don't have manipulation in your mind. You're not thinking about that. You're not even thinking about your quota or your number, because you have service in your mind. All you're thinking about is your client and how can you actually impact that customer. When you got service in mind, you're thinking impact over quota. Zig Ziglar said, in life, if you help enough people get what they want, you will in turn get what you want. That means there is no way for you not to get what you want if we just focus on helping the client first. When you're thinking in terms of impact, numbers are not in your mind. Your commission is not in your mind, because you already know that you're going to get your commission regardless. So all you need to do is focus on serving the client first. When you have impact in mind, your attitude comes correct. See, that's where it starts from. It starts with your attitude first. Before you even open your mouth to greet your client at the front door as they come into your company, your business, your attitude is already telling them exactly what they need to know about you. The client already knows if they want to do business with you or not, because your attitude already told them what they need to know. Remember that communication is based on several things. 55% of communication is based on what? Body language. That means we communicate more with our body than we do with words. That means your posture, your eye contact, your gestures, the way you show up or approach that sale will tell the client whether you want to be there or not, whether you're in it or not, whether you really love what you do or not, whether you have their best interest in mind or not. The customer already know that you said something different about you, because the first thing that you did when they came in was what? You gave them a compliment. You had a big old smile on your face and you welcomed them into your home, into your store, into your company, into your house. They feel welcome. They already know there's something different about you, because that's the first thing you did. You gave them a compliment. You got them smiling, because all you're doing is what? Breaking the ice and trying to build rapport. With rapport, there's trust. How can a client do business with you if they feel like there's no trust they don't trust you? Remember, the people buy from whom they like. So that means you got to do everything you possibly can to make sure that your client likes you. That's why you got to have service in your mind. Because if you love on your clients, if you just have nothing but love and you just focusing on just serving your client, you just want to leave an impact on that client to the point that anytime they think of furniture, anytime they think of cars, anytime they think of something, insurance, houses, whatever type of industry you're in, anytime they think of that product, they're thinking of you. That's impact. That's the only way you're going to have a client that's going to keep coming back and keep asking for you, because you made an impression. You took the time to show them that they matter, that this wasn't just about a commission for you. In fact, you took the time to even follow back up with them after they got their product. Because if it was just about commission, you wouldn't do that. You focusing on two things: impact and experience. What can I do to make sure that when you leave here, you never forget about me? I got to make an impact on you. What kind of experience can I give you today that's going to top everything that you've ever experienced? What kind of experience can I give you today to make sure that you will be my advocate out there? You out there fighting for me. You out there telling everybody that you know to come see me. That's why it's so important to focus on impact and experience when you're meeting your clients for the very first time. Because all you have to do is do the job one time, and you will keep reaping the rewards year after year after year. Because now you have yourself an advocate that's going to be out there fighting for you. That's going to be out there referring people to you. Customers, clients going to keep coming to you, coming to your doors, asking for you. And you have no idea how they even know your name in the first place. You don't know them. There was referrals. Impact over quarters. That's what we teach here on the Holy Grail Sales Podcast. We teach you to serve first. See, our whole mission is what? Teach highly successful sales professional to serve with intention first. And then faith. And then we'll combine all that with powerful sales techniques and spiritual insights. In other words, we teach you how to sell like the greatest salesman of all times. That's what we do here. If you want to get away from the conventional way of selling, where again, it's only focusing on several things: quotas, numbers, and put a lot of pressure on you because all you're thinking about is, what can I do to make sure that I get to my number? Because if I don't, I might get fired. See, over here, the Holy Grail Sales Podcast, we teach you to focus on the what? Again, on what? On service, impact, experience. As you focus on those things, you don't even worry about your numbers because it's going to take care of itself at the end of the day. That's what Zig means by, if you just help enough people get what they want, you will in turn get what you want. Zig Ziglar built his entire career on referrals. So he made sure that he focused on these things that I'm talking about. Impact over quarters. Service, experience. See, with the conventional way of selling, people become commodities instead of partners. The best way to actually have a lifetime client is to become partners with them. Show them that you have their best interest in mind. Come correct and show with the right attitude first. Remember I said earlier that 55% of communication is body language. So the way you're showing up on that sale. 38% of communication is tonality. That's the way you sound, the way things are coming out. The way you're delivering your message. How are you being received by the client? The same way the client's watching your body language, you need to be watching their body language too. You need to know if they're picking up what you're putting down. See, that's the reason why it's never about you sounding so smart and so eloquent and so knowledgeable about your product to the point that you forget about making sure that the customer is right there with you at the same level. It's one thing when you're dealing with an engineer type of customer, because with that type of customer, yes, you got to really get down to the nitty gritty, pull up all the stops, go down to the bells and whistles. Yes, you have to do all those things. You got to speak a certain language. You got to elevate when you're dealing with that type of client. But not everybody is that type of client. That's why you got to know your client. You got to know how do you know your client? That's through the qualification process. When you're going through your fact find, you asking certain questions, open-ended questions, but you fact finding so you can get what? Answers. You ask those questions so you can get the answers that you need to be able to actually what? Help the customer. How are you going to help the customer if you have no idea what they came in the first place for? You can't help them if you don't know why they came in the first place. And the only way for you to know that is by taking the time to ask them the right questions. When you do that, you'll get everything you need. Then you can use those answers to now help them through the selection process and find them what they want. But it all starts with the attitude first. See, we're going to give you the roadmap to the sale, but we're going to break it down. So it starts with the attitude first, then the greeting. The greeting is when you welcome in the customer into your home, into your store, into your company. Very critical, guys. There's steps to this. We're giving you the blueprint. And if you practice what we're talking about here, I promise you, you don't have no other ways but to become very successful doing sales. Because we're going to teach you the right way. We're going to teach you to start serving and to focus on impact over quarters. Focus on making sure that your client get the best experience that they came in for. Because you're trying to get what? Some advocates. You're trying to build a lifetime relationship with your clients. So you understand that I'm not selling you just for today, but I'm selling you for tomorrow, then after that, then after that, and after that. A client gonna make about 5 to 6 purchases in their lifetime on your particular product that you're selling. So why are you focusing on just selling them for that one time? You don't do that. You focus on selling them for years to come. But in order for you to do that, you got to do right in the first place. The customer has to feel like they need to know, as a matter of fact, that you got their best interest in mind. That's how you build trust. And once that trust is there, I'm telling you, it's over with. So don't have written in your face, please buy from me. Don't be that desperate. People don't like that. That's going to be a turnoff. They won't buy from you. Be genuine. Be honest. Tell them the truth. And make sure they know that you are there to serve them. Jesus, when he came and everybody wanted to serve him, the first thing that he told everybody was, I came not to be served, but to serve. So if Jesus can do that, so can we. Focus on serving your clients. Focus on making sure that they know that you are there for them, that you got their best interest in mind. And you won't suggest anything to them that you wouldn't even buy yourself. That's service. That's impact. Lead with humility and compassion. Serve before asking for anything. You got to build value. You can't ask for the sale until you deserve it first. How do you deserve the sale? You deserve the sale by following the process, by building value, by making sure that the client know without a shadow of a doubt that what you actually trying to sell them is a steal because there's so much value. They need to understand that you're not trying to lowball them. Price is never an issue when value exceeds it. That means you need to make sure that they see the value. So you got to build it. But start with being genuine and start with honesty first. Tell them the truth. This is big, because when the moment the client knows that you're not being truthful, that you are truly lying to them, you lost them for good. So step away from the conventional way of selling and start focusing on some of the things that I'm talking about. Make sure these words ring to your mind and you remember that and start applying them starting today. And I guarantee you, you will be beyond successful. Instead of focusing on my numbers, I'm going to focus on impact. Why? Because if I focus on impact, I'm going to get my numbers anyway. If I focus on impact, I will get what I want. Because the moment my client gets what they want, I'll get what I want. I will get a commission, but I'm also gaining a lifetime customer. I'm gaining an advocate that's going to be out there fighting for me and telling everybody they know about me. The good book said, serve your clients so much, so well, and show them so much value to the point that they can't help but talk about you to others. That's service. So show up on time first. Show up with the right attitude, because it'll tell your client everything they need to know about you. Before you open your mouth, they already know whether they want to deal with you or not. So that attitude is very important. Remember, I told you guys 55% of communication is body language. So your body language got to be on point. Act like you want to be there. Be happy. Be passionate. Let them feel the passion coming out of you. Let them know that you are sincere and that you love what you're doing, and you are there to do only one thing and one thing only: help them. Make them feel it. Impact, service, and experience. I'm telling you, if you focus on these things that I'm talking to you about, I guarantee you, every day that you go to work, you will hit your numbers. The focus is not even on numbers, but you're going to hit them regardless. Because remember, people buy from whom they like. If you kill that customer with service, if you do everything you can to make sure that they will never forget about you, I'm telling you, I don't care how many other companies they go visit, they'll come back to you. Because they can see there's something different about you. They can see that you really care about them and that you have their best interest in mind. They can see that this is just not about commission for you. You started from the attitude to the greeting to the fact finding, all the way down to the follow-up. Meaning after they got their delivery, you even took the time to give them a call and follow back up with them to make sure that they are enjoying their product. That's powerful, guys. You can't imagine what kind of impact you're making on that client by you doing just that. Because not everybody's doing it. That's how you separate yourself from the competition. This is how you make sure that you don't depend on the door. The door swing on the door. You don't even depend on that. Because you are busy getting referrals after referrals. You're getting B-back after B-back. Impact over quarters. Service and experience. Let's talk about a little bit about Jesus being the ultimate salesperson. Yeah, I remember how Jesus sold his message. Jesus was so good about communicating with people with no money. He knew his audience and he knew exactly who he's talking to. When Jesus spoke to the Pharisees, he spoke in terms of being born again. And when he spoke to the farmers, he used agricultural parables. It goes back to what I said a few minutes ago, knowing your client and knowing how to communicate with them. It's very important. But remember, in order for you to know your client, guess what? You got to qualify them. That's doing the fact finding that you also know this is who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with an engineer type of customer, or I'm dealing with someone else. This is how I need to approach this type of client. That's come with knowing your client. They'll appreciate you for it because they're going to be able to tell that you're a professional. That's what Jesus did. He didn't communicate with everybody the same way. He deliberately traveled to Samaria and engaged in conversation about living water. This is when he was actually dealing with the woman at the well. Yeah, I remember also how we dealt with Zacchaeus. People didn't like Zacchaeus. He was a tax collector. And he used manipulation to grow his wealth. He didn't have no ethics, no morals. But yet, Jesus invited himself to his house. See, Jesus didn't come for the righteous. He didn't come for the powerful or for the richest. He came for the poor. He came for the lost. That's what he said. John Maxwell said, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. That's the same type of focus that we need to have with our clients. The same type of understanding. The same type of service. They need to know that you care. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. That's Dr. Stephen Covey. Same thing, just say it differently. You always got to make sure that you are focusing on win-win situations. You can't be the only one winning. Because if you just focus on just winning and can care less about your client, that's not good. It's not going to last. Your client cannot also be the only one winning. Just like your company can't be the only one winning. It's 3 wins. Your company, your client, and yourself. Very important. Focus on those things and you'll be just fine. Service, impact, experience. Give in order to receive? What are you giving to your client in order to receive your commission? You're giving them your time. You're serving them. You're giving them value. You're helping them find a solution to the problem that they came in for. A solution that they will actually enjoy for years to come. The product that you're actually providing to them. This is what we teach. I wanted to focus on these three things first. This is just the foundation. You cannot build a house without starting from the foundation first. It'll tip over. It'll fall at some point. The foundation got to be strong and sturdy. That's why I'm actually going over service so many different times, because I want to drill this point home for you guys. Service is everything. Impact over quarters. Experience instead of a quick sell. What experience am I making sure that I leave to my client so they'll never forget about me? How can I make sure that when they leave this building, the only person they think about when they think about my product is me? How can I make sure they refer me to others, to their friends, their family members, their loved ones? I need to focus on them because it's not about you. That's why Dr. Stephen Covey said, seek first to understand, then to be understood. It ain't about you. Come correct, show up the proper way, attitude. Welcome your clients, be genuine, be honest, and be happy to be there. Love what you do, show it through your actions, let the passion come out as you're communicating with your clients. Be knowledgeable, be sharp, understand what you're doing, know your product. It's going to be hard for you to do a great presentation or great demo if you don't know your product. It's very important, guys. We got to be professionals. Learn your craft. If you just keep showing up in this channel every day, if you just keep coming, we have live shows on both Tuesdays and Thursdays. Moving forward, on Tuesdays it's going to be at 5 a.m. and on Thursdays at 12 o'clock, 12 noon. So if you just commit to showing up every time we actually have these shows, ready to learn, ready to grow, because every day I come in here, I'm committing to bring you value. That's the same thing I'm telling you about to do with your clients. I'm telling you to bring value to your clients. Give them an experience, serve them, make sure that you impact that customer, that client, so they'll never forget about you. That's the same thing I'm doing with you guys. I'm bringing value to you. I can't tell you, come to my channel, come to my podcast, and not leave something with you. When you come in here, my goal is when you leave in here, you leave better than when you came, which is your goal every day, right? It should be better than you were yesterday. That's how you're going to be able to keep elevating and keep serving your clients the way you're supposed to. That's how you're going to keep bringing value. A servant salesmanship, don't worry about numbers. Servant leaders, don't worry about numbers. Because the numbers are going to come regardless. That's the mindset. Remember? Impact and experience. And if I focus on these, I don't have to worry about my numbers, because my numbers will be there at the end of the day. All right, we're almost there, people. We about to wrap it up. All right, so already 6:16. That's what happens when you're having fun. The time just don't wait for nobody. Fly by. There's a company that actually embodies some of these things that I'm talking about. And just about everybody in here knows it. Chick-fil-A. They model that service mindset and that service attitude that I was talking about a few minutes ago. That service model. Chick-fil-A focus on its employees. They're probably the only company that I know of that sent so many of their employees to college, paid for. They spend millions and millions of dollars to keep elevating the employees. The only company that I know of that does that. And as we all know, they're closed on Sundays too. Why? Just to give you the time to rest, for worship. They could have stayed open just like everybody else and make a lot of money, but they choose to be closed on Sunday. So many scholarship that was given to their employees and growth opportunities. They promote from within. So instead of going out there and actually hiring more people, they promote from within. They'll grow you. They give you opportunities. And they provide scholarship money for you if you just want to go to school and keep growing and keep getting better. That's beautiful. That's service. That's care. That's why, remember I told you guys, your client needs to know that you care. Use these examples. And remember, that's your business too. As you are a salesman, you own your own business. You have a business within the business for the most part if you're working for a company. So start treating yourself as the owner of your business and become the Chick-fil-A's of the world. And start viewing your clients as Chick-fil-A view its employees. And serve them. Elevate them. Show them that you care. Show them that your goal is to make sure that you leave an impact and you give them the best experience they've never had in their lives. We're about to wrap it up. Prepare every day, the moment you wake up. Start the day with giving thanks and gratitude. This part is critical. Giving thanks and gratitude. It'll take you a long way. Give thanks for another day because you woke up. And guess what? Others did not wake up. So start your day with that first. The moment you get up from bed, give thanks, give gratitude. Get your day started. Write your goals down for the day. See, the universe has a way to conspire to get you exactly what you want, but you got to give it something to work with. So write your goals down. Don't just go to work hoping to have a good day. No. See, hope alone can't do it. The good book said faith without work is dead. That means you got to put in work. Give the universe something to work with. Write your goals down, what you're going to do for the day. Stay focused on that. And when you get to work, make sure you put yourself in a position to receive what you just asked for. How do you make sure you get exactly what you just put out there? By staying locked in, staying focused. You can't say, I'm going to do 15 grand today. And then as soon as you get to work, you're talking about the game. You're talking about what you're going to do after work. You're talking about the new restaurant that just opened. You're talking about everything but work. But yet at the same time, you're telling yourself that you're going to do 15 grand. The people that are consistent all the time, they put in work, they come prepared every time. Preparation is everything. That's what's going to get you to the next level. People will start looking at you and be like, oh my God, he gets lucky all the time. That's okay. See, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. A wise man once told me, it's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Preparation, critical. Purpose, have a sense of purpose. What drives you? What's your reason for being here on this earth? What are you trying to accomplish? What impact are you trying to leave on this earth before you're done? What's your gift? Every single one of us was given a gift. That's how we came onto this earth. What's yours? Are you just here to make withdrawals? Or at some point, you're going to make some deposits? Oh, I said something there. You're not just here to make withdrawals. You're here also to make deposits. How do you make your deposits? By making sure that you find out what your gift is. Hone it, work on it, develop it so others can take advantage of it long after you're gone. That's purpose. Practice. That's your third P. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes improvement. How do you actually expect to get better or be good at something if you don't practice? None of us started out being at a high level. We all started from somewhere. Whether it's athletes, whether it's writers, whether it's speakers, I don't care what walks of life you're in. You did not start out at the level that you are right now. You started just like everybody else from the ground up. You started from zero and you kept grinding, kept practicing, and kept getting better until you achieve the level of success that you achieved. So you can't keep talking about you a salesperson. But the last time you picked up a sales book was 20 years ago. That don't work. You got to commit to your craft. Commit to becoming a professional. Commit to learning. Commit to practicing so you can keep getting better every day. You're supposed to be serving your clients, but in order for you to serve them and show them value the way it's supposed to be, you got to be on top of your game. Remember, you're trying to make an impact and give them an experience. But how do you do that if you're not prepared? How do you do that if you don't know your craft? It's impossible. The young folks said, when you stay ready, You ain't got to get ready, which is facts. That's preparation. We talked about purpose, practice, because that's what's going to make you better. As you talk to your clients, make sure you listen. I'm wrapping it up, guys. Listening is very important. Remember, you're asking them questions, right? You're qualifying, you're fact-finding. But you got to listen so you can hear what? The answers that they're giving you. Listen so you can hear what they're saying, but also what they're not saying. Oh, that's deep right there, people. Listen so you can hear what the client is saying, but also what they're not saying. Always focus on offering value over and insights. Invite and co-create with your clients. Remember, it's partnership. Make them feel welcome. Invite them into the product. Get them to feel it, explore it, experience it. And keep nurturing that relationship, even after the sale. That's through the follow-up. And remember, see, that's why the follow-up is so critical, because throughout the follow-up, you cannot ask for what? Referrals. Hey, Mrs. Smith. Hey, this is Robert. Just wanted to check back with you. How you enjoying your product? How's the family doing? Now, Mrs. Smith can't even believe it. He already knew there's something different about you. He already knew that you definitely wasn't just thinking about your commission when you was helping them out. But now you just confirmed it again. Because you took the time to call them, to check on them and see how they're enjoying the product. To ask them about how's the family doing. I'm telling you, you got an advocate. You got someone that's going to be out there fighting for you. And send you everybody they know. See, if I know you didn't take care of me, do you think I'm going to send you a referral? My family members, my friends? Absolutely not, because that's my reputation on the line. But if I know that if I send you somebody, you're going to take care of them just like you took care of me, guess what? I'm going to send you everybody I know. You reap what you sow, people. Keep sowing so you can reap the harvest, because it's coming. All right, let me leave y'all with this real quick. This is fun. I'll keep going. I promise you I can keep going. But you know what? We got more shows coming up. So I'm excited about it. This is going to be fun. And it's going to keep getting better. We're going to keep adding more value to you guys every single time. Like I said, keep showing up. And I promise you, we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep getting better. And we're going to do it the Holy Grail sales way. We're going to learn how to sell like the greatest salesman of all time. So a few things just to leave you guys with, and we're done for the day. All right, this is a challenge that I'm going to give you out for the week. Serve 3 prospects today without expectations. All right? Start today, but for the entire week. All right? Let's serve 3 prospects each day. Each day, your goal is to serve 3 prospects without any expectations. Just focus on service. Just serve them to the best of your abilities. Serve them to the point that they can't stop talking about you, that they're asking you for a hug before they leave. When they came in, they was frowning, but they walked out smiling. You serve them so much that they're asking to speak to your manager because they want to give you your props. They want to let your manager know that you are phenomenal. The same way they took the time to talk to your manager and let them know that you are phenomenal, it's the same thing that they're going to do when they get to their homes and when they get to their friends and families. They're going to keep talking about you. So that's a goal for the next week. Each day, serve 3 clients and focus on nothing but service. Serve them without any expectations. All right, write this down if you can. If you actually have a pen and paper, if you're not driving, obviously just listen. But if you have a pen and paper, I need you to write this down. These are actually reflection questions that I'm going to give you guys. And I need you guys, obviously you got to write the question, but you got to be able to answer them, okay, before the end of the day. So, and every day I want you to do this. Write these reflection questions. So obviously after every show, I'm going to be giving you guys some different ones too. But after every show, you'll have some reflection questions. Because you need to also go back and reflect every time after the end of the day to see how well you did. Or if you didn't do well at all. That's the only way for you to grow. So the number one, how did you prioritize service? That's your first question. So remember those three things to focus on, right? Serve 3 clients without any expectations. At the end of the day, I need you to answer that question. How did you prioritize service today? That's your first question. Question number 2. What hidden needs did you uncover? That's question number 2. Number 3, did you lead with values today? Write it down. That's question number 3. Did you lead with value? You wasn't focused on commission. You just wanted to pretty much just build value for your client and make sure that they know that they're getting the best product at the most affordable price. Number 4, where did you struggle? It's part of life. Life is lifing, and it's always going to keep lifing, people. That's why a wise man once told me that life is not happening to you, but it's happening for you. So there's some learnings there. What am I supposed to be learning from this thing that's going on right now in my life? Ask yourself that question, and the answer will come every time. Okay? So life is going to keep lifing. So where did you struggle? And then answer that question honestly. Right? The road to a cure is admitting that you have a disease in the first place. Okay? So you're going to fall. It's part of it. It's part of life. The question is, are you getting back up? So write that question. Where did you struggle? And answer that question. And then the last one, this is number 5. Where did you sense God's presence? That's number 5. Where did you sense God's presence? All right, that's your 5 questions. Reflection questions of the day. Recap one more time. Number 1, how did you prioritize service? Number 2, what hidden needs did you uncover? Number 3, did you lead with value? Number 4, where did you struggle? And last but not least, number 5, where did you sense God's presence? Those are your 5 reflection questions for the day. People, I enjoyed it. This was fun for me. This is phenomenal. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for showing up for yourself. And let's keep doing this. It's going to keep fun. We're going to make sure, I promise you, there's a lot more things that I got coming up. I'll have guests here and there. We'll find ways to get this thing interactive and keep it going. It's going to be fun, I promise. And every day, I promise you, like I said earlier, the goal is to bring you value every single time. We got a lot more where it's coming from. And we're going to keep pouring so we can all keep growing and learn, grow, elevate, and be transformed. That's the goal, people. Keep coming. Tuesdays and Thursdays. 5 a.m. on Tuesdays moving forward. 12 noon on Thursdays. All right? 5 a.m. for my early risers. This is for you guys. My go-getters. Love you guys. Let's keep growing. Let's keep learning. Let's keep elevating so we can get to learn and be selling like the greatest salesman of all time. Love you guys. Till next time.